Hello YouTube family, welcome back to my channel. If this is your first time here, my name is Sharida. Welcome. And if you are a returning viewer, thank you all so much for the love and the continued support of my channel. Today's video is for the fellas. Y'all have been asking, fellas, and I'm here to make good, okay? I said if you all wanted to see more fragrance content geared towards men, let me know from my last video. The last video came out 10 months ago. It was like a total flop when I first dropped it. So I thought, and all of a sudden it just started to pick up a lot of steam. All right. So now I actually have quite a few male subbies and I don't want to neglect you. So what I'm bringing you today are going to be fragrances that just absolutely make me melt. Okay. These are fragrances I love to smell on a man. And so you need them all on your radar. If you've never heard of them, if you've never tried them, you need them, okay? So without further ado, let's jump right into today's video. Alright guys, so the first one on this list is going to be from a discovery set that I received from Atelier Matari. Now, if you have nothing from this house, first of all, just go ahead and get the entire discovery set. I have not been blown away by a house as a whole. Like every single fragrance in the discovery set damn near blew me away. I mean, just scent after scent, I'm like, I need a full bottle. I need a full bottle. This would smell great on a man. Like winners, okay? Everything classy, everything is just like they're working with tens. So if you've never gotten your nose on anything from the house, I highly suggest that you do. But today we're going to highlight what I consider to be probably the most exquisite, just sexy ambre scent. So guys, if you are into musky fragrances, if you want something that is musky but super sexy, very classy, very unique, I need you to check out Bois d'Ambre. Okay, so this fragrance is, when I say an abundance of ambre, but it's a little spicy, slightly powdery. It has angelica. So if you are a fan of fragrances like Prada, Luna Rosa Black, things like that, which I freaking love to smell on a guy, this one is going to be right up your alley, but this is like 100 times better, okay? So the spiciness in this fragrance is actually going to come from a ginger note. You have a little bit of citrus at the top, but it just really becomes such a delicious experience when you get to the mid. You have abundance, like I said, of ambre seed, you have angelica, and you have amber. So it is a very slight resinous quality to it. But when you get down, oh my God, to the base, you have most creamiest sandalwood and you have ambroxan. Okay, something about ambroxan, highly addictive, and it's rounded off by musk. So, I mean, you know, what more do I need to say? The notes are just singing to me, and when I tell you, my description of this is probably doing it no justice. The star is the amber seed, and when I tell you it is the most fantastic amber seed that you will get your nose on, please check this one out because performance on amazing. Okay, this is musky, slightly fresh, a little spicy, but it wears wonderfully all year and it performs. Okay, so if you want the ladies to, you know, to turn heads and be like, God damn, who is that? This one is the one. Okay, now I'm not a huge freshy person, but I love me a good musk and I love me a very good, you know, ambroxan note. And this one just absolutely delivered. Love it. Absolutely sexy. Bois d'Ambre by Atelier Matari. All right, you guys. So next up is going to be from the same house, and this is CACAO Porcelana. Now, this one is super popular from the house, but for very, very good reason. Okay, if you want to smell like delicious, delectable, edible, but very sophisticated, classy, which is overall, that's just what this house is. They make some very classy fragrances. This is like the king of cacao fragrances for me, all right? So this is a very dry, dusty cacao experience, but it has a little bit of like a boozy quality. There is rum in the opening, You have Divana, which I find to be very prominent in this fragrance. So if you're not a huge fan of that note, definitely test it. I don't feel like this would be a safe blind buy, period. Test this out. But when I tell you this is warm, spicy, dry, absolutely delicious. It's rounded off by a patchouli that is not dirty, but it does have a slightly earthy quality, which just pairs really beautifully with the cacao notes. You have some tonka bean and a quite creamy sandalwood. Again, this is a very dry fragrance. It's not going to be anything super sweet, sticky, though, you know, the tonka bean, the cacao, it has a little bit of a slightly sweet quality to it. But this is fantastic, phenomenal on really a man or a woman, but men, you need it. If you are trying to up your gourmand game, you want something that is just going to literally have her drooling. Cacao Porcelana, get your nose on it. Okay, so if you saw my last men's fragrance video, you know that I'm a sucker for Tom Ford's Oud Wood. However, if you have been the guy sampling, you know, trying Oud Wood, but the performance wasn't there or the price point was too much, I need you to come close and listen up, because Tamin's carved oud is exquisite. These smell very, very, very similar, to the point where you absolutely do not need both. But if you are trying to up your game from that fragrance, this is the one, okay? I absolutely love the way oud wood smells. I mean, it is just like that toe curling woody fragrance for me on a guy. This one, more refined. Carved oud has just a slightly, you know, stronger oud quality to it, because I feel like oud wood is very, very, you know, the oud is very dialed back. Still dialed back a little bit in this one too, but you get a little bit more of an oudy presence. Now this one has a slightly more prominent patchouli, but it's not going to be anything too overbearing or take over the fragrance. This, like I said, smells very similar to oud wood, but this lasts. You will be able to smell this on your skin 10, 12 hours later. I would say it's just a hair less sweet than oud wood, but still that same beautiful sweet quality. This one I feel like goes just a little bit more powdery because it has a gorgeous, you know, iris note in there. It's a little bit of amber in the base. You have the vetiver, the sandalwood. It's rounded up by musk and vanilla. And you know, those similar spices that we love, the pink pepper and the cardamom, just blend beautifully in this fragrance. A lot of similar notes, and they smell very close, like I said, but this one is just going to be a little superior. This one is going to be the one that you need to get in your collection. Women love this scent on a man, okay? If I could smell one fragrance all day and just never get tired of it on a man, carved oud would be it, okay? It's just woody, it's sexy, little sweet, and it's everything that you need to smell like to get her attention. Okay, so next up is going to be the sexiest vanilla, period, known to men, okay? That is absolute aphrodisiac. Now, this fragrance is not a loud beast, but it is deadly, okay? I've worn this fragrance because it is very unisex, but when I say it is equally sexy and exquisite on a man or a woman, fantastic animalic vanilla fragrance. So you have a castoreum note in here, and this is something that is going to be make or break. So either you're going to love the animalic quality that it lends to the fragrance, or you're not going to like it. Test it first, but this is going to get people in a frenzy. When I wore this, it went well beyond a compliment factor. I was getting asked out on dates by strangers. I always say that when I talk about this fragrance, because it really just puts people on, like, they're just on a 10. They're on a 10, and it's so crazy because this is not a loud beast mode, you know, room filling, projecting fragrance, but it's dangerous. This is a dangerous scent. So if you are trying to, you know, capture her attention, captivate her, lure her in, this is the fragrance that you need to get on your radar. This is sweet. It's got some floral notes in there, but it's very rich and dense and ambery, and it's just stunning. Like, this is a stunning vanilla fragrance. If you don't do nothing else, I need you to test this fragrance. Mind-blowingly sexy. That's what it is. It's carnal. It is everything that you want to smell like for a date night, or if you have someone you're just trying to get their attention. When she walks close to you or walks past you, the head is going to turn because she's never smelled anything like this. Anything is sexy, and it is just a phenomenal vanilla scent that I feel like every man needs in their collection. All right, guys, so next up is going to be Plum and Cognac, and this is from the house of Scents of Wood. So this fragrance, first of all, do not spray it on white clothes because it will stain. It's very, very rich, dark, let me see if I can open it for you, purple color. So in no way, shape, or form would you need to ever spray this on your clothes. But this one is just a very, oh my God, it's woody, it's boozy, it's very elevated plum fragrance, okay? So if you're looking for something unique, if you love woody fragrances, look no further, because it's fruity, it's slightly sweet, but there is just this air of sex that runs through this fragrance. You have rum note. The star of the show is without a doubt the plum, of course, but you also have a very spicy quality. It's very balsamic, it's cinnamon, and it's rounded off by some labdanum, some vetiver, and you also have some fruity florals in the base, such as osmanthus and immortelle. So if you're not familiar, Scents of Wood, they actually soak and age the alcohol they use in their fragrances in oak barrels. So the wood, okay, as it comes across in these fragrances, are going to be like nothing else you've ever experienced or smelled. It is very natural, and it's just a very amazing quality from the house. So very unique, but it is phenomenal, okay? Boozy, plum, slightly spicy, a little sweet, and just very sexy. Like, this is going to be something that is perfect for a fall winter date night. And I would say the performance on this is about moderate. It's not loud, but it's not a skin scent either. But this one, okay, this one is going to definitely have her eating out of the palm of your hand, all right? So definitely get your nose in that one. That one is Plum and Cognac by Scents of Wood. All right, you guys. So this next one up on the list is going to be a true gourmand. As a matter of fact, the next two that we will discuss, true gourmands. So if you're a guy that loves it sweet and gourmandish, please get your nose on Mystic Sugar from the house of Core Internal. No one is talking about it. It's not on anyone's radar. You want to smell unique, delicious, irresistible. Let me tell you right now, ain't gonna be no problem fixing daddy a sandwich at 3 o'clock in the morning if daddy want a sandwich if he's wearing this, all right? Not a loud performer, not a huge projector, but when she gets close and she gets a whiff of you, game over. Game over, okay? Cook, clean, what you want me to do? What you trying to get me to do? Wear this is gonna get done, like, period. So opens with pineapple, almond blossom, and orange. So it's a little fresh and fruity in the top, but immediately you start getting into these amazing mid notes of cacao, very dry cacao, tonka bean. You've got cardamom and ginger together. So when I say warm, spicy heaven, and then they have the nerve to end it on a perfect base of vanilla, creamy sandalwood, and amber. So this one is just everything. I love it. And it is just irresistible. This has a very, warm, spicy, rich, decadent, irresistible quality, but never does it feel too cloying or, challenging to wear. Probably you could wear this throughout the year. I don't know, just depending on how hot it gets where you are. But this is a must for winter, fall, colder, areas. This is a must. This is so gorgeous, on a man or a woman, but very, very sexy on a guy. So this particular house, I think you would have to buy direct, and the shipping to the US is actually free. And this is niche perfumery that's not going to break the bank. I think this comes in right around that 150 mark. for 100 ml. Phenomenal fragrance. Again, sits closer to the skin, but you want her close. Okay, we trying to lure her in. And this one is just going to have her speaking in tongues, period. Mystic Sugar by Corinterno. All right, you guys, so the last one is going to be from the House of Mise en Serre. And what this house stands for is just class, elegance, opulence. This is Ambre Magique, and this is just truly masterpiece amber. Okay, we're talking about ambergris when I say amber, so we're not talking about the brown amber, we're talking about a gray amber, and this is just phenomenal. This one also cardamom, something about a cardamom note. It's just very, very sexy, and just this perfect spice that has a very sensual quality to it. So this one is no different. Ambre Magique is ambergris. Okay, there's a touch of rose in there, but the start, like, this isn't ode to ambergris. That is what this is. So if you want something that is ambery, a little fresh but spicy, very, you know, classy, like this is, we got somewhere to go. Okay, we got somewhere to be. We dressed up, we suited and booted, we're going out, we're gonna enjoy ourselves. We want to exude class. This is when you pull this out. Very sexy. It's always sexy when a man just has it pulled together and he's, you know, dressed, clean cut, all that. But this is going to just really elevate the whole look, the whole feel, the whole vibe. Absolutely, like I said, masterpiece amber in a bottle. And that, again, is from the House of Mise en Serre, and this is Ambre Magique. All right, you guys. So if you want to see more content like this, be sure that you are subscribed to the channel and leave a big thumbs up for the video. I'm so happy that finally my last men's video is well received. And like I said, y'all been asking me for another follow-up. So here it is. Let me know some of your thoughts. What do you think about the fragrances that we talked about today? Do you have any of them? Are they on the radar? Are you going to try some? Let me know in the comments below. I want to connect with my fellas a little bit more. So definitely look forward to getting more content like this in the future, fellas. I ain't going to forget about you, all right? Again, make sure you subscribe to the channel. It's been real YouTube. I love you all, and I will catch you guys on the next one.